Hello, today I'm just giving my reaction to the rugby match that happened on Saturday, the 21st of October, the semi-finals between South Africa and England. It took me 2 days. Springboks, Springboks. I can understand you are under a lot of pressure. You were exhausted because the week before you played against France, that game was brutal. It was physical. And the same squad played the Saturday, the 21st of October. And it was raining. You almost killed us with stress. Our hearts stopped. And I'm not the only one who was feeling that. South Africans were feeling it. Left, right, and center. I need to show what was the reaction coming from South Africans.
How the hell did we get that one over the line? I was sitting here last week, with that minutes between 40 and 60 against the French side. We were nowhere. Today we were nowhere from the get-go, Line up, lost the tempo. We've got a clip, we'll show later. Just after half-time, where us would have given them the right back. So listen, we've had the worst 40 minutes. That play, this is like me and Nick looked 5 minutes. That's a game.
Snyder rolling out of the way. Remain with the tactic that has worked.
You see, some of us, we couldn't even watch. We couldn't even see. We had heart palpitations. Rugby is a national sport in South Africa. On the shoulders of the Springboks, it's our joy, our pride, our heart. We put everything in it. We don't do anything half-heartedly in this country. When we support with everything. But Springboks, man, like they say in Cape Town, nah, man. You can't do this to us again. Please, asseblief toch toe. We ask nicely, gently, politely, don't do this to us again. You might find some of us, we have to go with ambulances. Some will be fainting. Please, we need for you to bring that cup home. The Web Alice cup must come back to South Africa. But yes, just a bit of commentary. Later in the video, I will just show that the reaction to the World Cup, it wasn't just adults who were feeling the pain, who were feeling the stress. Even our young ones, they had to drink sugar water to calm their nerves down after what you put us through. After the 15-16 win over England. Yes, just a little bit of a recap of what happened during that match. Half-time, England, and let's be honest, statistically, England was the better team. We were outplayed by the English team. And I'm sure right now, there are still English fans who are asking, what the hell just happened? We were down 15-6 in a crucial World Cup fixture. Rugby World Cup fixture. And when you go back to the history of World Cup games, when you are down 15-6 at halftime, there is just no way that you're going to win. There is just no way that you can come back into the game. It's practically a given that the game is in the bag for the ones who are leading 15-6. But hey, Baba, this is South Africa. This is a country of tenacity, never give up, fight for what we want, and not taking anything for granted. And that spirit was reflected in the gameplay of the Boks after halftime. Remember now, halftime, we were looking at that score of 15-6 we gave up. Some couldn't watch. Some switched off, they walk away. Others were swearing in front of the TV. Some were holding their heads out of frustration. You know, if we could have tilted the TV just to get the ball to the Springboks, we would have done that. Anything just to get the ball in their court, into their hands, on their side, to give them an upper hand. But I think the ancestors of Africa, the prayers, the support, the cries, the excitement, the pain, the frustration, the hopes, it carried the team forward in the second half. Because during the second half, something unprecedented happened. The Springboks managed to come back from a 15-6 deficit to clinch the game with 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. Where even the coach Jacques Ninaber, you know, he was flow, like we say in Afrikaans. He was flow. He couldn't even respond. He was just holding his head in his hand after the win. So how did we win? A try by R.G. Snyman, who's popularly known as the Viking. There was a conversion by Handré Pollard, and then again we got a penalty. And Handré Pollard delivered the crucial marks we needed with those feet of his, man. When that ball went just through over those poles, we won. It did not come easy. We almost fainted. We cried. Ons was lam. Ons knieë was lam. We were in shock. We could just stare at the scream. Some were screaming, some were dancing when it sunk in that we actually won that one. Here's some more reactions.
How the hell did we get that one over the line? I was sitting here last week, with that minutes between 40 and 60 against the French side. We were nowhere. Today we were nowhere from the get-go. Line up, lost the tempo. We've got a clip. We'll show later. Just after halftime, where Rusty would have given them the right back. So listen, we've had the worst 40 minutes. That bloke, this is like me and Nick looked to 5 minutes.
Snyman rolling out of the way. The name of the tactic that has worked. Takes it to the line.
Go! You look freak daar, zo man! Nee, ja!
As you can see, but here is the classic. This is my favorite reaction that I want to see, because remember earlier on I said even young ones, children, were feeling the stress of the game between South Africa and England.
How the hell did we get that?
Take your tablets. Take your tablets.
Very good there off the
As you can see, the young man, he was in tears and tatters, and that was the feeling of the whole of South Africa. Look, as I've said earlier on, This was an epic game. What the Springboks did, it was unprecedented. But we carried our prayers, our hopes, we send it to them because for us it was crucial. We need them to win this. We need this so that we can be reminded of what is possible in South Africa. And at the end of the look, it wasn't their best game. It definitely was not their best game. And it's still a miracle that they've won. But at the end of the day, it's who wants it more. The Springboks have the ability to stay in the game for the entire duration of the game. They don't stop until the final whistle blows. You know, there's a saying, the show ain't over until the fat lady sings. In this case, the Springboks don't stop playing until the final whistle blows. But man, please do. Don't do this to us again. As a belief, we are asking you nicely. But there's another interesting thing. You know, when a team wins convincingly, it's easy to stop to watch, and when you analyze the game, to strategize about what caused them to win. You know, where were the losing team, like where was the weaknesses of the losing team? What could they have done better? But this game of the South Africans versus England, the game was in shambles from South Africa's side. There was no structure, there was no cohesion. It just seemed dear makar. And yet, they managed to win the game because they stayed. And look, the game changes. It was the replacement who came on. Once the replacements came on the second half, the whole feel and the whole tempo of the game, it changed. It almost was as if they were galvanized to push forward and to win, to score a try. In a match of this importance, to score a try, that's in World Cup. The closer you get to the finals, the harder it gets to score a try. And the Springboks did that. They did that. Also, the person, of course, who was crucial, it's Bongi Mbonambi. And of course, now Bongi is in the news because Tom Curry of England accused Bongi. He said Bongi called him a white cunt. So in Afrikaans, cunt also means side, because the clothes of the English team, it's white. So white side is white. It's white side, wit cunt. And you know, for the English, anyone from England who has ever been in South Africa or who knows someone from South Africa, or even those South Africans who are living in England, please explain to the English. When South Africans swear at you, when they insult you, that's not a word they used. Our language is way more colorful, way more expressive. To come up with such an uncreative way. So I hope it gets sorted and his name gets cleared. It might have just been a loss in translation. But when you swear in South Africa, that's not what you swear at people. Trust me on that one. And this to end off, to come back again to the South Africans. The fact that they played at their worst and they still managed to win. The fact that they were trailing behind and they still managed to win. The fact that there was no game plan, no structure, and seemingly no strategy, they still managed to win. It is more nerve-wracking to analyze a team like that because you can't pinpoint exact things on what actually makes them a winning team. You know what makes them a winning team? Their spirit, their support, their leadership, their players. That is what makes them a winning team. And of course, the spirits all the way from Africa who's coming to support the Springboks. I feel for you. We want you to bring the cup home. All of us, we are rooting for you. We are vouching for you. But like I've said, asseblief toch toe. Don't do this to us again. Please don't do it to us. You saw that young man, he has a bright future ahead. His life can't be cut short by a rugby match. So do what you need to do against New Zealand. And I know New Zealand has a history of they're also a brilliant team. So I'm looking forward to a world-class rugby final. But of course, we want the cup to come home as South Africa. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.